like 100 Thieves can be, it feels like this is already a good step here for Sentinels to try to get to that Grand Finals against TSM.
Absolutely, and I love to talk about the Phoenix pick for Sinatra as well, because on Bind you have certain scenarios, take Hookah, where once you're confirmed that there are going to be opposing agents there, run it back is so much more effectful on its return on investment. You know you're running in, you are going to be able to pinch 1 or 2 people or even send it through the teleporter to make that happen. So love the Phoenix pick here. I mean, we mention the name TSM Drone, I think everybody realizes that Phoenix is really good in Hookah Bind. So we are with Sentinels and 100 Thieves here on our 3rd and final map to see who will meet TSM in the Grand Finals. Let's start this off. Ghosts around, not too many frenzies from the side of 100 Thieves. We'll usually see 1 or 2 of those, and Sentinels is going to start working quickly towards B here to create a little chaos.
Yeah, already some early pressure from Sentinels. Able to spot the cam. I think they actually managed to destroy it as well. Dark cover comes through as a response, and that's to make things a little bit more difficult. Killing all of the util here from Cypher on this B defense is really important. And as we can see, the spike is actually moving up A short right now. So they have 2 options. If it goes well towards this B pressure, they can actually go through the TP if they get short control. There's also the option to go through the B long TP to showers, which is what's happening. Sentinels hitting up this A site quickly here. Nitro trying to hold on out in the open though. He'll go down and the spike will be planted for Sentinels.
Great control over each side to make A very hard to retake. Steel's going to find Shazam as he thinks he has a few more moments to get on that defensive end. And it is going to be the 3v4. Always a possibility here at these numbers as Steel looks to get some camera work for everybody. Dicey uses that chance with the camera noise to get out, but it's not going to be enough. Sentinels are ready and attacking back here. Hiko with a shock dart. Steel with an answer as well. 1v2, and Steel comes up big, but Zoms is able to find it as he's turned looking at Sinatra, and Sentinels pick up round 1.
Oof, that was a close one. Steel made that look a little bit scary right at the end there. Really precise with that ghost. And, I want to sort of just, put the credit out there in terms of this pistol from Sentinels. They did so much pressure towards B without actually committing, and they gave themselves, as I had mentioned, options to do like 5 different things that would all be very strong. And that's a great setup of that pistol. That's a good one to go back and look at for those of you that are trying to learn more about this game. And we'll see in this anti-eco round that it is in fact an anti-eco round, and it's not, one stinger. There's no investment really at all here from the side of 100 Thieves on the defense, and Sentinels will kick things off with, the typical hookah take with the boom bot. They'll be moving up A shorts, just keeping tabs on everything, and it's going pretty well so far.
Yeah, there's a bit of spot in mid there. Nitro was able to see him, and I think once they saw Nitro, they said, well, Jig is up. Let's just start pushing forward, and they've been able to take down 3 members of 100 Thieves. Dicey makes it a little tougher, though. 25 HP, and he still gets the classic to work, and Hiko may be able to grab this ghost in time. Zoms is going to be able to take him out, though, and add some extra bullets from the clip to make it count. 2 for Sentinels, expected to pick up that round as they were able to win round number 1, and we'll see what the purchases are coming in. Dicey does go for the operator, and we'll see how they set up on the defensive side. Looking at alt point, Sinatra almost there, sick. 2 away, so we may see a focus there for Sinatra to get a quick alt point and run it back this round.
So I'm curious if we'll see Dicey with that operator go straight for some really aggressive stuff. I'm actually surprised he's not doing something towards showers, but it might be that he'll try to go through the showers TP. We'll have to see. There's going to be action showers to kick things off here. We know that 100 Thieves love to maintain showers control. Dicey is holding onto the B long position. At the same time, we do get a lot of presence for 100 Thieves around the showers position. Do they have something to try to attack this? There goes the Paranoia. Asuna peeks with it. Doesn't see anything. They did concede the ultimate orb. So it looks as though 100 Thieves it's a little bit late to that one. It's unfortunate. They had the setup, but now we go into a reset after that ultimate orb was collected. And the question now is really what Sentinels want to do. They have pretty much the run of the entire map, and 100 Thieves are in the dark.
And this is a map, or this is a round rather, 100 Thieves would like to win. Dicey is with a naked op. That means he bought it with no armor. A lot on the econ to stress there. And if they don't take this round, they're going to be hurt for a few more, giving Sentinels a pretty good 1, 2, 3, maybe even all the way up to 5 rounds here if 100 Thieves tries to go for a stinger buy in between. A lot can play out still. Everybody's up as they throw util out. Here come the curveballs, and it's going to be Sentinels coming straight out of hookah, trying to smoke 100 Thieves, and it is going to be Dicey going down first. It's tough for him. Steel hiding from that run it back, and it was Sinatra being able to get run it back to start this off for Sentinels.
Steel in so much trouble here, switching for the classic. He goes all over him, though. He goes all over everybody at this point. Just Dapper left alive here for Sentinels. He's going to be able to take down Hiko, finding the 1v1. He's got a lot of time pressure to plant this spike. Goes for it straight away. He knows that the TP's coming, and he has no idea exactly where his opponent is. Nitro could be anywhere here, and he'll drop down into the container. And Dapper is just too much to consider. Nitro picks up the defuse, and oh my god, what a close round there. 100 Thieves needed that. Just as you said, it's a lot of investment going into this with that glass cannon operator as well.
Oh, Nitro there. I think showing the perfect picture of how Omen is terrifying, right? You hear that teleport, you have no idea where he is above you. Yeah, the monster's under your bed.
10 seconds left.
He makes quick work of this one. So they get that operator back. That's huge for Dicey to keep these rounds going. Nitro's going to put that in his backpack because he cuts the green wire. Always the green wire, never the red. But round 4, that was the scare, right, DDK? That this would be a stinger round for almost more than just Asuna on the side of 100 Thieves. But that is not the case. Dicey, he's going to be a little patient here. That's the full clear. Not enough of a swing, but a good trade as he gets a bit of help from Asuna's stinger.
That is a sick setup there from Sentinels. That is such a sick setup. They know that Dicey's going to be making plays like this, but to hold that thought because we get that rocket coming out to just get sent all the way deep into spawn. It seems to be the case, at least. Just barely misses. I think it clipped the wall. Very fortunate for Steel. That'll keep him alive. And that's created all the space on the side. Steel going through with the Guardian. Drop sick. I don't think he was expecting that in a million years. Steel keeps doing damage, keeps tagging him up. Oh, Steel again with that Guardian, making it look good. I don't believe it.
Gross. DDK, that was gross. The headshot on Shazam probably sent him for a hell of a loop. He only saw him for a quarter of a second. Steel coming up big. Oh, it's because he didn't have the hat on. He used his ult, of course. He's impossible to kill at that point. We know that. See it again.
Oh, so chunky the damage. The Guardian feels so powerful. Steel, I love it. You rarely see the Guardian picked up actually in professional play as well.
True.
So nice stuff to see that Steel is actually not afraid to pick up that one.
What do they do from here? Dicey still with the operator, looking good on that. Some ghosts, bulldogs, see if they can protect Zombs here. Give them a little bit of a Superman defense over the shoulder as they go again for the full clear on Hookah. That's the Roomba that finds just about everything. Now clearing backside, they nade right. And it looks like they are sure enough to get Hookah. This is a strat in itself, right? Moving forward enough to see if you can at least get a pick, find out who's guarding the site, and it didn't cost them all that much in a round they consider a save. So not finding anything there. Sentinels backs up and see if they can do a little damage here against 100 Thieves on round 5.
Dapper picks up the ultimate orb. It's for the second pip, so he's a bit far away from his neural theft, for now at least. And the reset into this A push comes through. Seal, nice tag there. Over the top, he's got some cages to help out Nitro. A little one-way for Nitro, that's quite cute. Some frags into the site now. There goes the rocket. Beautiful from 100 Thieves. Asuna, he is laying down death from above. The aerial acrobatics from Asuna is providing quite the display. However, Sinatra is still alive. Got 2 players to worry about. And they should know exactly where he is. And it's not going to actually matter, it seems. Sinatra really making it look dangerous.
I was going to say, DDK, it's such a great trade from Sinatra there. When you see somebody getting that many kills, the aim is vibing. It's very hard to take him out. But Sinatra nicely able to answer back here on Asuna, doing what he has been doing best here in these late stages of first strike. Sometimes you just have to shut this guy down. Sinatra was able to find a way to do it.
That looks so clean from Asuna there. Just
right?
It's pretty impressive. Just I think because like the rocket kind of pushed him back and he just landed on the double stack there in pocket. Just that looks very nice.
Meant to do that.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Splits onto the B side, looking like a very fast pace here from Sentinels, mixing things up, using the run it back. Dicey trying to defend. This is a dangerous position to be in. Oh, he's trying to get out of dodge there, but the nades will pop him down before he can escape. And it is looking very tough here. Hiko, great transfer, but unfortunately he can't stay alive for too much longer. Nitro's crept into the site, but there's only so much he can do here. That was a fast-moving round. Trying to catch the defense off guard.
DDK, that was a little deja vu for me. When Sentinels played FaZe, Baby Bay was in that spot over and over again, and they had his number. He was never allowed to up from there, whether it be a shock dart, a paint grenade, anything. That long V spot, there was no orb for anyone to grab. So Sentinels deploying that strat once again and making Dicey's life a living hell when he does have an operator.
Yeah, this really feels very good if you're Sentinels right now. They're able to build these ults quite nicely. They should be able to take the ult orbs here as well. This is another objective, and when you're playing as pistols, is to try to guarantee you can pick up, in picking up the ult orbs to get more ultimate advantage. And we'll charge that, run it back for Sinatra. They already have Shazam's Hunter's Fury online as well. Two very critical ultimates to initiate. And actually going to pop this one in the pistol. As they're trying to dodge, he's actually going to dodge this. Didn't take a lick of damage.
Clever. Let's see where they go from here. 1 minute left. We have heard Hiko say before in interviews that the game happens maybe on 30-second intervals. So you can expect a few of those to happen. And at 1 minute, Asuna takes a shot, and they start to go across the map here, or at least across A, I should say. And the rotation now coming in from Dicey and Hiko. Quick shock dart up, hoping he can hit some of those third lineups, and it looks like this will be another round. Uh-oh!
Wow.
Another round for Sentinels, but that'll still happen. That will happen.
Oh, getting double shock darted. That's not going to feel good. That's said, Dicey's got this blade storm out here. This is definitely a dangerous round still. Hiko's going to get the tag too, so that's going to allow them to know exactly where one player is. And they'll have a good bet that there's at least another short. Showers is really an unknown. You'd expect there could be one there. The low curveball. Oh no, Hiko takes him down. Now there are some serious problems. He's got a recon as well if needed. Dicey is able to take down Shazam with the daggers. Oh, great shot there from Dapper. Picks him out of the sky. There's one more to go. Tries to play the time, and he is successful. Dapper, well played under the pressure. 100 Thieves made that look really good with very little.
Wait. I thought he was going to dash to the bomb and defuse. They killed Sova. The camera's there. They know Cypher's over there. And then you would have someone guarding. But Dicey goes forward with the knives for the impact play. And Dapper gets an ace and a 1v1 at the end to take the round. Wow, DDK. I thought that was going to end differently.
Yeah, that was right down to the wire there for these two teams. And I mean, going into the next round, it's going to be a full buy for both. Shazam, he loves actually the Bulldog, so I spoke to him about that. He makes the APS with Bulldog look very good. We can see there's a pretty solid setup here in Garden with the 100 Thieves. 3 players ready to make a play. They've given up hookah control. And if you give up hookah, that's actually fine as long as you can maintain this position. Trying to go aggressive here, the Boombot. They understand that this is quite possible because hookah wouldn't be free for no reason. So they know that this player is Garden. And Sinatra, great wall there to try to get onto site. The curveball as well. Oh, gets caught jumping across to the double stack. And that's a 3 versus 5 for Sentinels. They are worse for wear.
Yeah, very much so. 100 Thieves gonna enjoy the defense they have up. Asuna fires that one away, see if he can tag anybody on the way out. And still very healthy on the side of Sentinels. They can make something happen if 100 Thieves tries to push up at this point. That's what happens in the middle of running your first strat, considering a second one. It's let's go back to a slight default. Are they pushing? Do they feel like they have a bit more of an advantage since they took down 2? But 100 Thieves pushing a little bit. Steel fights 2! And it's just a matter of waiting, and when 100 Thieves does it, they will get the pushes that they need, and Sentinels didn't see it coming.
Yeah, very dangerous maneuver there from Steel. Works out nicely for 100 Thieves, though. If you hit your shots, it's all good. And that's something that we see from Steel. He wants to play as aggressively as he can with Cypher. And Sentinels, yeah, they force the issue very hard there out of hookah. Sinatra going to kind of run into the setup in Garden was definitely kind of, he played that on intuition and he got caught out. And that's, I think, when things really start to go badly, because then they lost the site presence that they had just bought with all their util.
Yep.
But 4-4 is the score, and it's a pretty sore situation for Sentinels. Really feeling it after that last loss. Just a stinger to speak of, or a couple actually.
Hearing those stingers may actually trigger that it's going to be a rush. 100 Thieves hasn't called anybody over just yet. They are going to ask for a smoke from Nitro onto B main, and that is going to slow Sentinels down. I like the double. Maybe a bit of a fake. Suna's still going to be in that pocket area. DDK trying to do some work. Sends the Roomba out. Re-gives himself up here, and it looks like it is still going to be the hit. Asuna with a 3K before he goes down, and Nitro and Hiko simultaneously. And the 1-2 headshots find Sick and Shazam. We coming into round 10, 5-4 in favor of 100 Thieves.
I do like the approach there from Sentinels. I wonder if they decided to go really heavy and fast into the long position because they saw that previous 3 stack on Garden, and they wanted to try to just get a quick firefight on the half buy. But now we're into the full buy round again. I'm curious if there will be some kind of a change for Sentinels, as 100 Thieves, as you can see, has started to find some success here on this defense. You can see the Boombot line up there for the hookah pressure. Dice will go for the peak. And for Sentinels, it's going to be a shower setup this time.
Playing aggressive on this. It's exactly what you think about when you saw his Cypher start here for 100 Thieves. That Killjoy staying back, keeping with his pop, but the Cypher always going forward. Showstopper comes out there as Spike is still dropped. Take a look at the mini-map. So this is a lot of just sourcing info here as Sentinels is getting pretty close and dangerous. They still have a choice to make on this one.
Yeah, and the job done by Sick there in... Oh, hang on. We've got a Steel actually just in a forward position. I don't think Dapper expected him to just be hanging out there so late after they had taken it. But that play from Steel could make all the difference, because now they... 100 Thieves know precisely what's going on. The rotation will be coming through as well in good time, and Nitro will try to hold things down, but it looks like the shots are really going the way of Sentinels. They'll get the spike planted, and they'll be able to defend this spike 4 versus 3.
Asuna finding one as he does through some smokes, and there's another one. Throws out the Roomba for distraction, finds his kill. Is now Zoms and Shazam doing what they can here
left
against Dicey and Hiko.
One player remaining.
Wow, 2 quick kills. Dicey with the operator, Hiko again. It was Nitro Hiko last time, and they seem to have a swarm on Sentinels once they're getting in to that spike site towards the end of the round. We will see what happens in these last 2 of the first half. Just Asuna consistently finding kills on the entries before it takes Sentinel's power to get back to him and take him out.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's a combination of that timing from Asuna, but also Asuna was able to get so close because of the smoke that was put, the dark cover that was put in front of the TP defensively. If not for that, he wouldn't have been able to have the ability to do that. Dicey finally gets something after these quick aggressions outside Hookah. He's in trouble though, he has to get another frag, but he can't. Sinatra takes down both players. 4 versus 3 for Sentinels. They could reset out of this, or they could keep it rolling in. They're going to keep it rolling in, it might look like, and Hiko's going to take full advantage.
That's a huge frag. Dicey bumped into Asuna, so Asuna stayed to hold cover, got taken out unsuspectedly, and then it happened to Dicey too. A little fumble-rooski in Hookah there, and Sentinels are really taking advantage of this one, and those opening kills they were able to get. Here, Nitro comes back. We've seen him do this before. The HP is within range. Will they fake him? Will they not? They know he's shifting out into the smoke, but it's just enough room. Does he have what it takes? It gets down Dapper. It's the 1v1. Will he have it? Oh my god, he gets Shazam and a gun switch! The Red Bull clutch for Nitro!
I cannot understand how Nitro managed to pull that one off. What an insane play. It looks like something that is just so pedestrian. Just the TP into the dark cover, but he gets to isolate 2 1v1s because of this. And as you mentioned, Shazam isn't ready for it. He's not ready to be in that position to take the fight at that time. Nitro, the focus is just crazy good for him.
The way that round played out, the op going down, oh my word. All right, we're into the next one. 7-4 here. 100 Thieves put a big stopper around there on Sentinels, and that was a stinger save. They were putting 100 Thieves through the stinger ringer on that one, and they come out on top. Here's a jump out. Asuna looking, still gonna fire, but they are deterring Sentinels from the push. Sentinels has been doing very good getting into the site right away, finding how to get under 100 Thieves' skin, and this time a lot is used by 100 Thieves to make sure that doesn't happen.
And these U-Haul paranoias are so incredibly strong. This is one of the reasons why Omen is so good on this map. And there it goes, just blinds absolutely everybody. Oh, whiffs though from Nitro, and there comes the Hunter's Furious hit from Hiko from Spawn. That's a really strong angle through to stop that short push, but it still keeps rolling in. It cannot be denied for Sentinels. They pick up the spike, plant, and they have another 4 versus 3. But this time, they will be in a much better standing than that last time when Asuna had a flank on them.
Patience. I think 100 Thieves have quite a little bit of funding here. If they did want to go for it, it does seem like they're going to hold off for now. Any frags may start this shock and awe execution, though. There's a ping. That's big spams through the box. There's no way that Dapper lives on that one. Such a scary spot to hide when you have the utility coming out of these agents on the side of 100 Thieves. Slowly working in. Time is ticking down on the spike. And it's going to be a kill. Zoms answers back. Dicey's able to drop him. Shazam doing what he can. Spams to the smoke. Can Hiko take him down? He does. Is there enough time? There is not. There is. It sounded way louder in my ear.
It was damn close, though.
I was yelling over it.
And
switching sides.
a quick bit of trivia here as well. The last time these two teams played on this map, this was the exact same score as it was in the previous occasion. Sentinels only getting 4. And 100 Thieves, you know, they're looking all over this. Their attack is just so good.
Yep.
And it's just
See,
so much to be
Steel
done.
didn't know either. Steel didn't know either. So, there you go.
Now, what do we have here for this second half pistol? It's going to be so tough for Sentinels. Again, they've got to prove that they can do something different than last time. And as I said, so far, this game is following the same script as the last encounter, and that doesn't end well for Sentinels.
Cover going
We'll
out.
see what they can do differently here on this defense. Some pressure to Hugo.
So much of a find on intel there, DDK. It looks like they'll be able to make quick work of a few kills here. Asuna and Sinatra go down. Ghost picked up by Dapper here. Let's see what they can work towards mid. Zoms, he's so good at taking down more than 1, and that's gonna possibly be 3. Dicey stops him with a frenzy. He gets a reload on this Ghost.
Revealing area.
I got the spike.
And now it's going to be pretty tough here for 100 Thieves because the rotation's coming through. They might just be able to get this spike planted, but a lot of info here. Eco forced out to take that recon dart out of the picture, and that's going to allow Dicey back. Dicey's in the open, though. He tries to take the fight against Shazam, which Shazam is going to love. Hiko at least trades it, but he's down to 20 HP, and Sick will finish him off. And there's the defuse for Sentinels. A very important pistol won by them. They really can't afford to put a foot wrong early on in this second half, given the deficit that they're working from.
You could say that again. A very, very much needed round here. Zom stepping up as he does. And you're going to get it from the rest of the team here to make sure that works out.
Area.
Just really, really big that Sentinels can always compose themselves, even after finding themselves going down. You know Pistol is a fresh start, and they always find a way to make it happen for themselves here. And they're really good at picking up the bonus rounds as well. We'll see what happens here from the side of 100 Thieves, as we do see a Sheriff and some Stingers here against the Spectres.
Here.
And it looks like it's only going to be a 2-stack on defense. We'll see if 100 Thieves tries to run this fast. That's the Roomba clear, and it's going to be a lot towards that hookah side.
Yeah, I'm actually worried here for Sentinels. I don't know if they'll be expecting so much power and like firepower going into this B site. They're going to have to rotate players immediately, and Sinatra he's just taken the fight. The dark cover comes down to slow things, which will allow more time for the rotation for this retake. But Sentinels have to give up this site. They're going to concede the spike plant, and they're going to have to push through this dark cover. They're going to make their way forwards. Dapper takes the first player down, but you can see this firepower is looking very scary. Some even trades coming through here. Sentinels starting to put things back into their favor, as that dark cover will isolate the player in Garden. But Zoms is alone, and he has to deal with these two. He knows that one is at elbow, and he knows that one's in Garden, but he has to try to find one of these kills before he's able to actually get a defuse going.
Can they actually pull this off?
Forces the issue. Steel goes down. 1 HP left for Zoms. Hiko's going to finish him off, and Oh, there's definitely a couple worrying aspects to that round. I got to say, Riv, you know, the Sentinels played very passive, and they played a setup that's very vulnerable to a full-out B hit, and it's extra vulnerable to a hit where there's lots of stingers, like an actual force buy. And because they had no info, they had a later rotation. Sinatra goes down immediately. He's just facing Hookah before the smoke drops.
Yeah.
So that also allows 100 Thieves even more time to set up on the site. So there's so many things that went wrong there for Sentinels.
Sinatra peeking Hookah there was very bold, feeling like the molly, his hot hands would have done more or displaced what he was fighting against. But you're right, you have to expect that buy coming in from 100 Thieves. Maybe Sentinels goes classic second round so they can get that econ going. But 100 Thieves, they will come running at you with those buys. Nice darts from Dicey, or daggers rather. And Steel's going to be able to drop him with the Bulldog. Dapper answers back with 2. Beautiful at getting to the site first and making sure the opposing team rethinks their strategy. Dapper with 3. Can he make it happen versus Steel? Cypher versus Cypher. Oh, that sucks.
And that sucks even more. 20 HP for Steel, and I mean, the players he's playing against are also weak, and that's some info. He now sees that one's gone across towards elbow. He doesn't have spike control, so they've set up this crossfire. So at the point at which one player is visible to Steel, the other one also. But that cage, that's the wrench in the works. That's gonna destroy that setup. The timing of that was beautiful from Steel. Oh my goodness! I don't understand how he managed to do that, but he did. That should never work, Rip.
Weapon here.
Oh my word, what a round. 100 Thieves doing exactly that, picking the pockets of Sentinels on these rounds they should be walking away with. Knowing where they are, having the defensive position, and still Steel triple on this one makes it look easy. He would have gotten the ult anyways.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Nitro there.
It's crazy that they went. I didn't see who the first player was that went down there actually, but like going for that peek, you've got the crossfire. He has to go deep into your angle. So ultimately, the cage shouldn't have allowed him to isolate anybody. But this might be the sign, some of the first signs that Sentinels are starting to crack here, Riv, in this position as they lose Hookah control once again. Or actually, no, well, it's still Dapper's there, but.
Right, Sinatra's also gone down in that position quite a bit. Aggressively found there. They know it's one of his favorites coming through. Can't find it. Asuna with the switch. And he doesn't get the kill as Shazam gets a shot as well. I love the way they're playing. Dapper is so aggressive on this third map right now. Sentinels is really trying to get these rounds back here, and they're not just leaving it up to chance.
Dapper going all the way for the wrap here. If his teammates can continue to slow this down with the dark cover there, Dapper should have the timing. Oh, they won't line up for him. That Stinger not quite doing the job just yet. He's got the classic out. Oh, he actually whiffs the shot. This leaves it all down to Zoms. Now, both players are fairly weak, Hiko in particular, but Zoms only has this Bulldog. He's got to pick his moment very, very well. Able to peel away. One player finds Hiko.
30 seconds
and the
left.
fake TP. We'll see if that throws off his opponent. Nitro. I don't know if he was thrown off, but Zoms will certainly land the shot for the clutch. Beautiful. And that's going to keep Sentinels in the game.
A lot of energy on this one. Everyone has wings. Red Bull clutch after Red Bull clutch here, DDK, and we'll see it one more time. There's such little health. Hiko was the first to peak here, and it seemed like Nitro was trying to get some controller utility down during that firefight.
30 seconds left.
Well played. Definitely a very big round here for Sentinels to come back on, and they'll be able to at least bring a Phantom in for the team and hopefully get some more guns around. Phantoms across the board for Sentinels here as they're back on defense, and 100 Thieves is creeping towards that shower A side.
Yeah, and they're looking to explode here for sure. They've only got these pistols here, so one of the things that you have working to, one of the things that can work in your favor is the number advantage and the fact that you can gain ground very quickly as a group of players on these pistols, and so they're going to have to account for that. And one of the ways that can be dealt with by Sentinels is just great counter utility to deny these pistoling players of 100 Thieves. And so far, so good. They're unable to get through showers.
Yep.
It is quite slow to make progress up A short as well.
Sure, TSM is watching diligently on both of these teams right now as they are waiting in that grand finals position here from First Strike. What powerful play from them.
Oh, the fake.
There's going to have to be more still coming from 100 Thieves and Sentinels to get to that grand final spot. He said a fake there on the Omen ultimate. Getting a little bit of info and making sure they still have the upper hand on what may go down this round. 100 Thieves very patient, playing it down to the last few seconds possible for the execution. Asuna taking quite a bit of damage here, and they want to see if they can just squeak in and get that spike down on the eco. Showstopper's actually used here now in a 3v2. Promising, but tough. Nitro with a huge frag. DDK, this looks almost impossible.
Nitro, he's going for the ultimate TP to the other side.
Left.
He's going to have just enough time to plant that spike. A 1 versus 2 here for Nitro. He's only got a classic. He does have a Paranoia available, but there's someone on the side already, and Dapper's quicker to the frag. Very nicely done. And that was really scary. I actually love the ingenuity there from 100 Thieves. They are playing such a high level. They go for all that A pressure. They go for the fake to B, using that short ATP, and then they go back to the A play. They know that they force some rotations. They know that there's a couple players on site still. They isolate one position. They have a rocket for it. They're able to gain more ground. Even with just pistols and a few abilities, they're able to do so much.
This goes here.
Looking at the credits around the board, what might be purchased here. Sentinels must be feeling great right now. Momentum is definitely on their side. And this is when Sentinels becomes a very scary team. When it seems like all the organization is coming together and they're stringing rounds together, it's almost impossible to find a way to stop them. Aggression from Hookah almost each time, already grabbing a little bit of info. Steel trying to get through towards mid so he can give info back to the team as well. And it looks like 100 Thieves will be able to grab that position to move forward a bit.
Yeah, Steel really loves these A-short lurks, and sometimes he gets very aggressive with them, and this is definitely one of those cases. Oh, no. He's absolutely caught Zoms without any idea of his presence, and that's a free kill. This allows them to do so much. They see that the B side is pretty stacked. Steel trying to win the 1v1 here, and oh, the ult pops, and that's going to be good enough. Now Siggy has to hold on. That is definitely a good hold so far from Sig. Drops the boom ball, goes for another one. There's the Hunter's Fury. Dicey able to dash out, but he dashes into Sinatra, and it's looking pretty grim here for 100 Thieves. Hiko does have the spike, but how does he get it planted?
This, I think, round tells the way that the entire series has been going. You think it's one way, the flank looks beautiful, but the opposing team is able to react. It's so impressive right now from both sides, 100 Thieves and Sentinels here. Sentinels able to recover after finding Steel all the way in U-Haul. Shots from Sinatra, and he's going to be able to dodge the Hunter's Fury. Hiko now all alone. He's able to take Dapper down, but Sinatra finds it as they, again, leave nothing to chance here, using that run it back to make sure they get the round 2 away from tying up this map 3 bind.
Look how slippery Sinatra is here. That curveball comes through to keep himself alive. Somehow hits the running headshot and just dodging left and right. This guy's like Muhammad Ali right now in the ring as he takes down Hiko. That is so crazy to see, but this is that quality that Sinatra brings. That's some of that Sinatra magic you love to see.
Yeah, Sinatra bringing the class, as you would expect. So, Stinger's Ghost on the side of 100 Thieves. Like we said, Sentinels starts stringing these together, and it starts to look very, very scary. Quick clear on the Roomba. Sinatra's more than happy to stand tall until, it gets pushed out by a utility that he doesn't want to get doubled up on. 100 Thieves looking for anything here. This might be one of those early strats. Slow it down, gain position, wait for a push. It looks like Spike is working towards A side, 400 Thieves here. Steel, again, on the front line. How important does that become when he switches over to Cypher, still your lurker, your IGL, and he's one of the guys entering, and again, puts the Guardian in his hands this time. It's like you can rely on Asuna, Dicey, or Steel when it comes time, and let's see if they can here, DDK.
Yeah, quick push forward. That is a huge kill on Asuna to hold the ground at U-Haul. Such an important position to hold on to make it so that you don't lose this site. And it forces Dicey to try to swing around the APC, and he's going to meet an untimely demise in the hands, or to the hands of Dapper. Nitro will make the Sheriff sing, but they got to figure out a way to not only get the spike, but somehow get it planted. They don't really have anything to work with. Hiko can try to work from U-Haul with a Stinger, but it's such a tight choke point. It is covered at a pixel angle, which will massively favor his opponent, Sinatra, who's on that angle right now.
Yeah. They've got, you get into U-Haul and you're like, yes, we have U-Haul. And you're like, wait, where'd it go from here? We actually lost a little bit of ground on this entry. Nitro falls past the curveball, but Sinatra still with the flick hit in the Phantom to Hiko's face. And a cleanup by Shazam. 9-10. One more here. Sentinels making it look promising for the fans on the comeback.
Yeah, this is what you really wanted to see. It seemed like Sentinels were making a lot of mistakes as they started to lose some of those earlier rounds in this half, and then you started to lose a little bit of faith to see maybe we're seeing some cracks here in Sentinels, but they have bounced back in such a brilliant way. And to take stock here, 9 rounds for Sentinels, as you mentioned, 1 behind. Money-wise, both teams with not too much money, slight edge for Sentinels.
Yep.
And in terms of openings right now, it doesn't look like anything too crazy out of the ordinary for the defense. Similarly, we're going to see another default from 100 Thieves. Pressure towards both sides of the map. And that hookah control tends to be the first point of contention in this particular matchup. So we'll see exactly who gains the edge from that initial exchange. But we are into a tactical pause here. Oof.
Yeah.
A much needed breather for everybody, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Our first best of 3 here, going all 3 maps in first strike. I'm sure the players are slightly welcoming this. Maybe or maybe not, depending on who needed that. And looking at what Dapper is doing, though, I gotta call attention to this guy. Dropping the 20, 20 and 13. Sinatra there as well with a 20 bomb. Sentinels coming together in more than one spot here to make this comeback work against 100 Thieves. We're back into game. We're now into round 20, and it's getting close to game point for both of these squads to who will find TSM in the grand finals.
And you can see here just the dance of Asuna once again, trying to take hookah control, trying not to do any kind of maneuver that would put his life at risk, but to try to create maximum pressure at the same time. It is quite a fine line to walk. And we're going to get a reset into a pretty quick A hit, actually. So this is a timing that hasn't been too typical from 100 Thieves. And Steel with the lurk through showers. He's so good at those shower lurks, and it's going to be very devastating here for the defense on this A site.
Love those situations when one guy is looking and all 3 of them turn the corner. It's like a family photo. We saw him go down real quick, trying to hold U-Haul. Nicely done by Sinatra to regain ground here, sending 100 Thieves into a bit of chaos. Asuna is able to hit a shot, and there's so many members for Dapper to take down. 100 Thieves get a very much needed round to stop a bit of that Sentinels momentum, but we all know Sentinels still have quite a bit left.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons as well why this is such a great call from 100 Thieves is that we have seen, as I'd mentioned, they do such a good job in pressuring hookah, and they have done such a good job in pressuring the B site in general. And so it kind of creates an argument that Sentinels need to have 3 towards B most openings, which does give themselves up to a weakened defense to a fast A timing. And the pressure on hookah looks like it could be that heavy B. So that's what we saw last round. Great defaulting from 100 Thieves here to create all the advantages.
See what they find. Quick tag. It's going to deter things for a little bit as Shazam sees a few. Oh, right at the last moment of the fuse. Asuna keeps himself healthy, pushes forward. The nade's going to make him think they have a few extra seconds. It's a trade there as he takes down 2. And now a 3v2 is in front of 100 Thieves here to get to their 12th round.
Dapper actually has his ult here. If he can get to it, he's going to drop the cage. They have no idea that Hiko's here, do they? But Soms is going to go down. Hiko defends. They needed to kill Hiko. They had to find a way, but this guy is going to stay alive. And that's match point now for 100 Thieves. One more, and they're in the grand finals against TSM here for First Strike North America. My goodness.
And we'll take a look at it again, but the buys for Sentinels did not look like something they wanted to have on a round where it's game point 100 Thieves. Hiko doing what he does best in a tight situation and coming up with 2. And we have Stingers and Spectres alike on the side of Sentinels.
If it was ever time for that Sentinels magic, it is right now. We'll have to see what they have up their sleeves. They've got a 3 players towards this A site, which I like to see. 2 players in hookah there. Raze and Sova, the drone through, though, and the boom bot. This is very, very aggressive. Oh, the angle there is beautiful from Asuna. Chops off Soms' head, pushes further forward into U-Haul. They're taking all the ground.
A round of shock and awe, DDK. 100 Thieves has not deployed any of these strats just yet. We've seen it slow, methodical, the darts coming out, the utility, but now it could be a possibility with the spike planted and Sentinels trying to regain composure in the site. It's gonna be 100 Thieves taking the series.